Hi there, Jess in the Rada Kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to be making a fun and festive Halloween version of the traditional Mexican layered dip. We're gonna top this off with a sour cream spider web and stick in a couple of our plastic 8-legged friends. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here in my bowl, I have 2 packages of Neufchatel cheese, and these are at room temperature. I like to use Neufchatel because it's lighter in fat, but you could use the traditional cream cheese if you like. To this, I'm going to add 2 packages of my favorite low sodium taco seasoning, and then we're just gonna mix it up with my Rada mixing spatula. So in with the seasoning, and go ahead and combine that. All right, let's go ahead and prep our veggies. First off, I'm going to take my tomato, and with my Rada French chef's knife, we're just going to give this guy a chop. Okay, so our tomatoes are prepped. Let's go ahead with our green onions. Just gonna take the ends off there and give these guys a quick run through. Okay, now for my iceberg lettuce. I'm gonna take this head of lettuce and give it a good couple pounds on my board. This is going to allow the core to just pop out. I'm gonna cut this in half, set aside what I don't need, and just give this guy a thin slice through. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and layering all of our components together. So first off, we have that Neufchatel and taco seasoning that I'm just going to spread on our platter. A nice even layer all the way across. And this is going to build our first flavorful component. Okay, so on top of my Neufchatel layer, I am spreading on 1 can worth of fat-free refried beans. And for my last layer, I'm going to do some fresh homemade guacamole. You can buy this store-bought if you like. Otherwise, you can check out our YouTube channel for a recipe that I did with a guacamole loaded baked potato. And this guy I'm going to make in one big circle right in the middle of our platter. Okay, and in no particular order, let's go ahead and start putting our veggies on the outside of our platter. I'm going to start with our chopped lettuce. So right on the very edge, all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, next up, my tomatoes. And this is adding a nice, bright, colorful element as well as some bold and fresh flavors. Now I have a shredded blend of Mexican cheese that I'm just going to sprinkle on top. And top with my chopped green onions. All right, and our last component is going to be our black olives. And these, I'm just going to make a little ring right around our guac. All right, looks like we're ready for our spider web. Okay, we're ready to make our spider web. So here I've just taken a Ziploc baggie, and you can fill it with sour cream, light sour cream, or even a non-fat Greek yogurt. I've clipped a tiny piece off the end, and I'm going to go ahead and pipe this onto my platter. You could of course use a piping bag. This is just what I had on hand. So here we go. And I'm going to bring my web all the way across, just as if you were cutting a pie. And one more. Now let's go ahead and connect. Just making nice big swoops. And again in the middle. And there you have our spider web. All right, here we have our finished spread. It's a little freaky, but mostly appetizing. And I'm just gonna serve this alongside of some of my favorite tortilla chips. Thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to hop on to radacutlery.com and to subscribe to our YouTube channel.